Hello and welcome to this edition of Dent Head Gaming. As always, I am your host Dent, and in this episode, no BFQ? What? Anyway, just a good come from behind win. I'm really good from behind. Wait, what'd I say? Oh, I can't keep... Oh, past self, you best believe we're heaving that intro goof up in there. So, for those of you actually keeping tabs on me, yes, this video is out late. So... I don't really know how to phrase this, so I'm just going to come right out and say it. I had to comfort my girlfriend. She had to put her dog down, and it was a mess. Like, he was a really good dog, 15 years old, you know, just a trooper all the way to the end. It's just really sad, and I of course had to pull myself away from the games and, you know, be in that reality and just be there for my girlfriend. So yeah, I'm not sorry that this video's late, because my girlfriend's important to me. I love you, Becky. Anyway, so once I get done running into that wall, I decide to actually loot here. As you guys can see, I'm playing with Trigger 210 and Vampire Knight, both of which are on my friends list. We are all calmed up, so we have that benefit going here. We landed Geyser, as you can see. We're not quite sure if anyone landed with us, but we're kind of thinking that someone did, just because it was kind of in the flight path. Anyway, so I do something here that I don't normally do. I trade a G7 for a Devotion, and I keep the longbow. I don't know if that's because I was just kind of feeling extra frisky, or if it's because, you know, it's been a while since I played, but whatever. I hear someone to my left here. I kind of spot them by that rock. I know there's people there. You get a great ping right there from Vampire Knight using her ability there. And we can see that he's running away. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, he should be going this way. You know, maybe I'll get to put a round or two on him. So I shoot once, I shoot twice. No bueno. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm going to just let you guys handle them. So right here, I warned Trigger 210. I think there's people over by him. And then sure enough, someone shows up over the bridge on the right there. So it's a Wraith. I put a round on her, shoot at her again, miss, put a second round on her, and then finally take her down as soon as she hits the stairs. Keep their reinforcements from coming in, keep my guys safe. You know, that's my mission. Inform them that someone's coming in on the roof. I shoot once, I shoot twice, I shoot 3 times, I shoot 4 times, and I miss. And until finally getting a hit on the 5th one. Watson goes down. We've got one left. And then I hear footsteps just in front of me. Can't quite pinpoint where they're at, but then I see them crawling up on the side there. And I shoot once and get a hit, and shoot twice, and then on that 3rd one, I would have stolen that kill there, so I'm actually kind of glad Vamp actually got that, because I would have totally stolen that kill. Anyway, that's that for that operation. Alright guys, so as you can tell, much later in the game, there's only 3 squads left. Really slow developing match. The final 3 squads, we've all been poking each other, but now we actually finally get pushed by one of them. Trigger's there to guard the gate, and I'm there to guard Trigger. No one comes up and through there, so I go ahead and just skedaddle on back to center of the zone. This is where things get a little intense, because we were all 3 poking at each other and then just healing up. So things get a little more intense here, and this match went a lot longer than it should have, because I was playing pretty cautiously. But it was still a pretty fun one. I still had a blast playing it. Anyway, I go ahead and ping. I was like, hey, I think there's enemies over here. Sure enough, Watson's waiting for that portal. So I start popping rounds her way. Of course, I miss almost all of them. If I could have just scored those shots, she'd have been down. I wouldn't have to worry about her. Anyway, we start getting shot at from the other teammate who's over there. They're getting attacked by the squad inside, or they're shooting at the squad inside. So we're kind of split up here, and that's not what you want to do. So, and this gives the 3rd squad the opportunity to come in and attack us. So I hear someone crawling around, and I'm like, oh, please crawl up. I will light you up. But luckily for her, she doesn't crawl up immediately. Right here, I'm realizing that they're both inside, and they're both fighting. And I'm like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. So right here, I go ahead and light them up, but I get 2-on-1, and I immediately just get out of there. Both my teammates are down. I'm getting attacked by the 3rd squad. I'm not having a good day. So I hear them healing on the inside there. I'm like, that's what I need to be doing. If I could just heal, you know, the other squad's gonna push in. And then I realize I don't really have a whole lot of heals. So I've got good shield heals, and I've got a bunch of syringes. Those are my options. So I'm just gonna have to keep using those. Now, normally I wouldn't keep this in here, but it kind of adds to it a little bit here. So they go for the third, so I guess they wanted the armor swaps there on my teammates. And yeah, this looks like a pretty impossible situation. You know, I got two squads, they're both full squads. My team's watching me, you see in the top right corner, they're both watching my screen, making me all nervous. So anyway, I hear the other two squads fighting. As soon as they start fighting, I start healing again, just because that initial sound is pretty loud. And then right here, I'm like, okay, I need to get in front of them. I need to get in front of them. So I'm just trying to get in front of them, and I can hear them running towards me. And I'm like, I don't think they're done fighting. So I pop this, and then pull my gun out, and pretty much as soon as I see them there, I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. Light them up. They start fighting me. I go around behind them. I close the door again. That allows the other squad just enough time to come in. I go ahead and light Pathfinder up, who's on the roof. I don't think he saw me go through that port. And I finish him off here, and I'm like, all right, cool. That's one down from one of the teams. So I hear this guy running, trying to climb up on me. I'm like, no, bro. So I light that Loba up, quick to reload. So yeah, right here, I kind of don't know what to do. I'm like, oh, she's healing right there. I was like, I need heals. I don't have a whole lot of heals. So I just decided to go out and around. My teammates are telling me, just go zone. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm panicking right now. I'm in a full-on panic right now. So that Loba and someone else start popping shots at each other. I go ahead and just start healing. I'm like, they're on the other side of the wall. I think I'm good. Like, this is where I'm realizing, I'm like, they have to come through the zone to get to me, and it's going to hurt. So probability dictates that I'm probably going to be the one to get zoned. So, all right, here I'm just getting close to the wall to listen to see if she wants to come through. I don't know how many there are. I can hear footsteps. You know, maybe I should quiet down so you can hear me actually like tracking her back and forth.
Ring's near, and I've got a whole minute.
So right now, I don't know if you guys could hear that, the running back and forth, but I'm just trying to figure out what side this person is going to pop out on. So I know there's traps on that side, but again, I don't know who it is, so it could be anyone. And I'm just sort of waiting for this ring to close, because I know it's going to do a lot of damage when it starts actually coming in. And to be honest with you, if they would have pushed right now, they probably would have had a better chance of winning. But luckily for me, they did not. So again, I'm just sort of like listening and waiting. I don't know how many there are. See, that's what I was nervous about right here. I was like, I think there's two of them. So if they come at me from both directions, I'm totally screwed. Because it sounds like two. And I'm just kind of going through my guns here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well, once this ring starts closing, it's going to start doing a lot of damage. So I just sort of get to where I'm kind of safe and go from there. Right there, I hear them running around the other side of the wall. I'm like, I think they're going to make their move now. So I'm just sort of trying to stay quiet. I'm using Revenant's ability to stay quiet. I can hear him healing. I'm like, okay, like, how am I going to do this, Because I know the ring's going to kill him quick. I got the ring on me, so I'm going to win if I just wait it out. And then I finally hear them start to run. And I'm like, okay, I think they're going to come in on the left side. That makes the most sense to me. So right there, I hear Wraith use her ability. She comes around the corner, just appears. I got cover, I got that busy threat, and I just light her up. And yeah, that was a pretty intense one. Trigger 210 and Vamp were like, woo! A lot of celebration there. Yeah, it was a pretty ridiculous little clutch win there. So I'm glad it all worked out. And I'm glad you guys tuned in, and I'm glad you guys got to play that one with me. I had a blast. If you enjoyed the carnage, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all out in the frontier.